Good morning. Yesterday, when I was giving toolbox talk in Malayalam language, I started with the greeting Namaskaram in Malayalam. Then I had to say, I shouldn't have told the word Namaskaram. Instead of that, I had to say good morning or that kind of one word. The approximate Malayalam of good morning is Suprabhadam. If I had told the word Suprabhadam, then also I wouldn't have made a change to yesterday's toolbox talk. Unexpected time, I told Namaskaram. So I had to say, I should have told Namaskaram. Instead of that, I had to say Suprabhadam in Malayalam, or its proper English is good morning. Sometimes you may not have understood. It means when I start one TBT, I shouldn't use some other words. Instead of that, I have to use the word good morning. Why? All toolbox talks have to happen early morning. When I say about early morning, our work, most of our work doesn't start at early morning. Yesterday I had to say about government employees, especially in Kerala. In government sector, how do they come? In which time they come for work? Actually, they get more salary when compared with the private sector. In government sector, if somebody works in government sector, they may get more salary, all kinds of facilities they have when compared with the private sector. But which time they come? Are they really eligible, able in their own field? Most of the employees, I am saying about some years, whatever has happened some years ago. Most of the employees were coming on that time around 11 o'clock or 11:30. Nobody was controlling. Why should anybody be controlled by others? Nobody shouldn't control anybody. I shall say one example. 3 types of rulings are there. In world, there are 3 types of rulings. One ruling has happened years ago. It is the ruling of kings and queens. In most of the countries, this system is the following. That season has gone. Now there aren't more kings or queens. Most of the countries are following democracy system, or that kind of good atmosphere is now come. So I told about 3 systems for ruling. First is the ruling of one kind of king, and the second ruling is one kind of ruling from military, especially it happens in Pakistan or that kind of countries. And the third ruling is democracy. With ballot paper, by ballot paper, somebody is being elected. What is the difference? I told about the three types of rulings and what are the differences in between these three. We shall just think about king's ruling. If it is a good king, there will be prosperity and happiness and all kind of goodness in that country. But after that king, who becomes the next ruler of that country? His son becomes, or his daughter becomes. Sometimes his wife becomes. Most of the time, his son becomes as the ruler of that country. If son is a good leader, he will give more prosperity to country. Otherwise, there will be a lot of problems in that country. Peace will be lost. Poverty will be happening. Sorrows and worries will be there. That will become as a hell. That will depend upon that son or that daughter. If it is a good king, everything will be good. Otherwise, everything will be in the wrong way. Okay, that is one kind of ruling. And the second type of ruling is, I told about military ruling. Especially it happens in Pakistan and that kind of countries. Soldiers reach in the level of ultimate leaders. They become the ultimate leaders of that country. Military, army, navy, they start to rule. Soldiers start to rule. Soldiers captain, soldiers main leader. He starts to rule. In this military ruling, most of the office bearers will be soldiers or soldier type people. What will happen there? First I told about the ruling of king. Now I am telling about the ruling of military, soldiers. 99% in that country, wherever this military will be ruling, they may lose peace because they will be ruling in the method of attacking. Everybody will be fearing soldiers, military. I told about two types of ruling, and the third type of ruling is democracy. In democracy, the person who is being elected, he is or she is being elected from their own people. People are electing the eligible people. So, he will be able to rule. So, progress will be happening in democracy. Sometimes it may be moving slowly. Even if it is so, there will be progress. Progress will happen. In king's ruling, sometimes progress may happen suddenly. Like that, falling to hell, it may also happen very quickly. In democracy, these two things won't happen quickly, but there will be progress. Progress will happen step by step. In military ruling also, this progress won't be there. If soldiers are, or the captain of, leader of soldiers is eligible for becoming as a good leader, sometimes progress may be there. Even if it is so, 99% there won't be peace. I told about 3 types of ruling. Actually, in ruling, all over the world, there are 3 types of ruling only. But now I am saying about 4th type of ruling. It can be told in letters. It can be written. Because it is from my own words. I could see this kind of one ruling when I was working in Mumbai. That time it was Bombay. My sister is a nun. When I reached in Bombay, I had gone to her convent. In that convent, there are only 4 sisters, 4 nuns. My sister was superior. When I reached there, another superior was there. After every 3 years, they will have changes. When the previous superior had gone to another convent, my sister became superior, and 3 more nuns were there. Total 4 nuns. In Mumbai, that convent, there was only 4 sisters and 1 superior. One superior is leading another 3. It is also a ruling. But what is the difference between this ruling and earlier I told 3 types of ruling? Here, this superior doesn't have any tension to rule. Why? Another 3 nuns, sisters, have come for Lord Almighty God. Nobody forced them to come to live in convent. With their own desire, with their own love towards Lord Almighty God, Jesus Christ, they came. Nobody forced them to come. So, one superior who is in that kind of convent doesn't have more tension. No need to get a high leadership quality. Sometimes she may not have more leadership quality, even if it is so that leadership will be really successful. Why? Everybody is in one kind of aim. These 4 of them are looking to Lord Almighty God. These 4 of them have come for Jesus Christ. 4 of them have come for helping the poor. 4 of them have come for live like a spiritual life. So there is no difficulty to rule another 3 nuns. So this superior, this leader doesn't have more tension. Why? It's one reason is leader and the people who lives in that country. In their country there are only 4 people. Leader is living for Lord Almighty God. People of that country, they are 3, they too live for Lord Almighty God. Nobody has been forced to come. It is not a joke. It has to be followed in all kinds of working field. Everybody has to come for one purpose. There, nuns, sisters have come for Lord Almighty God. Those sisters have come for helping the poor. Those sisters have come for spiritual purpose. Their aim is only one. In working field, all workers have to have one aim. Then the leader, sometimes he may be a lead hand fabricator, sometimes his name may be a charge hand, sometimes it may be a foreman. Foremen are also different types: structural foreman, piping foreman, general foreman, senior foreman, junior foreman, and its top side there will be supervisor. Supervisors also have been divided into different categories: piping supervisor, structural supervisor, junior supervisor, senior supervisor. Top side there will be superintendent will be there, manager will be there, and the top of that company there will be chairman or MD or director or that kind of somebody may be there. But ruling has to have ruling has to be happened without any tension. If it has to happen, above told nuns' aim has to be with workers. If they live for Lord Almighty God, if they live for spirituality, if they live for the poor, workers have to have another aim. They have to think there should be progress to this company. I have to invent something today. This kind of thoughts all workers have to have. Accuracy has to have in my fabrication. It is my own workshop. It is my own factory. So, no tools will be spoiled. No materials should be spoiled. Others shouldn't get in accident because of my improper work. And I too shouldn't get accident. So, try to not to get accident. Tomorrow I will be describing about PP. Okay, thank you very much.